You ever get to the Caribbean and think, this is paradise. The food, the sun, the people. Well, if you grew up Caribbean, it wasn't always paradise. It was chaotic, hilarious, and sometimes terrifying. Like getting cussed out for not saying good morning, then being fed 3 plates of food by the same auntie 5 minutes later. What most tourists don't realize is the real treasures of Caribbean life, they're not in the brochures. They are in the random everyday madness we grew up with. And now that we've gotten older, we're starting to realize that these weren't just memories. They were gems. Hidden gems of Caribbean culture right in front of us the whole time. Tourists love to say, I love the Caribbean culture, but most of the time they only see the highlights. Beach, bars and coconut water, steel band playing on the pier. Meanwhile, full Caribbean culture is hearing your full government name shouted out across your community and ducking from a slipper flying with GPS accuracy. They get the filtered version, we get the raw footage. Now that's why the hidden gems of Caribbean culture aren't found in resorts. They are found in the unspoken rules, the backyard jokes, the burnt rice at the bottom of the pot that somehow tastes better than the top. Alright, gem 1. Let's talk about the nicknames. The Caribbean's most advanced form of psychological warfare and love combined. Tourists think we all just have colorful names. No, we have battle names. You could be named Darrell, but if your head was big as a child, you're now Tire or Satellite. You cry too much, Ball Bag. And that's your name for life. Even your mother start using it. These names are funny, but they were how we bonded. This meant you belonged. Tourists buy souvenirs to remember their trip. We get renamed for life. Gem number 2, Sunday dinner. Oh Lord, you ever been to a Caribbean house on a Sunday? That's not just a meal, that's a religious experience. There's a rhythm to it. Pot bubbling from 6 a.m., aunties in full cooking mode, gospel music fighting the fans for who can be louder, and children getting run from the kitchen as if they were stray goats. Tourists might get a nice buffet at the hotel, but we got food so seasoned, it had flashbacks. And if you touch that food before someone prayed, you better be ready to meet Jesus early. Sunday dinner was proof that no matter how hard life got, there was still love and curry. Yeah, lots of curry. Growing up Caribbean meant everyone was a parent. Literally everyone. The tourist walks through our neighborhoods and says everyone's so friendly. That's because everyone already beat you and fed you growing up. You don't do something wrong at school. Miss Patsy, the lady next door who sell bread, she already tell your mom before you reach home. It was like living in a community-wide surveillance system with zero latency and full coverage. And the thing is, you felt safe and you felt seen, even if you were getting licks with a mopstick. Now there's this thing called built-in respect. Here's something tourists love to point out. Everyone here is so polite. What they don't know is the politeness was installed in us like software. You couldn't walk past a grown-up and not say good afternoon. You will get licked into the next time zone. Even how we sit, how we speak, how we enter a room, it's coded in respect. And sure, it felt strict at times, yeah. But now we realize it made us humble, strong, and grounded, even when our childhood felt like a boot camp. You ever notice that every Caribbean person is a storyteller, even the quiet ones? It's not on purpose, it's in our bloodline. You ask someone, how was your day? And you get a full production, provided that person likes you. Yeah, Act 1, Act 2, conflict development, and a twist at the end. The tourists love the rhythm of how we speak, but that rhythm, it comes from generations of people turning hardship into humor. Your uncle didn't just catch a fish, he wrestled a sea monster while the boat nearly capsized, and the goat from the neighbor's house escaped. How that ties in? Only God he knows, but at the time, it's whatever make the story work. It was all culture and we didn't even realize it because we were just living it. And here's where it hits. We used to laugh off these things. The licks, the nickname, the pot that fed 5 people. We thought it was just life, just normal. But now we're older, living abroad, raising kids, walking through quiet neighborhoods where no one talks to each other, and suddenly we realize what we had. What we thought was chaos was community. What felt like noise was music. And what we felt like struggle was actually resilience, dressed up in seasoning and gospel music. And for the tourists watching this, hear me out. Yes, come for the beaches, come for the views, come for the food, come for the soca and the sunset. But if you really want to experience the Caribbean, step into someone's kitchen. Listen to the way their grandmother tells the story. Sit on the front step and watch how neighbors greet each other like family. Because that's where the real gems are. The ones no travel ad can show you. We don't just have a culture, we live in one. And it's woven into everything, even the madness. The best part, these gems, they are not gone. Despite what many of us think. They are in the way you call your auntie just to check in. They are in the way your child still answers, yes miss and no sir, your child. They are in the smell of coconut oil and fried dumpling coming from a small kitchen. Caribbean culture didn't disappear, it just got quieter. And now, it's our chance to speak it loud again. Yeah, tell the stories, laugh at the old jokes, cook the food, even if it burns the first time. Because our gems don't belong in museums, they belong in motion, in real life, and in the next generation. So tell me in the comments, what's one Caribbean gem you grew up with that tourists would never understand? That one little thing that still lives in your heart, even if it's hiding in plain sight. Because remembering it might just bring it back. Yeah, and remember, it's not just the destination, it's the journey. Stay locked in. God bless.